Welcome to CardMarket Fraud Shield Dashboard Demo. For this presentation, we will demonstrate how CardMarket Fraud Shield helps protect your business against fraudsters and prevent or reduce chargebacks before they happen. Save time and resources by having less manual review of gift card transactions with CardMarket's Fraud Shield program. Also, improve customer experience by confidently accepting orders and avoiding disruption at time of purchase. CardMarket Fraud Shield protects against fraudsters and enables you to block high-risk payments to reduce chargebacks, hold suspicious transactions for review, and create thresholds and approve or deny within your admin panel. You can also quickly validate email addresses by verifying the virtual card email address is valid and can receive email, or deny disposable email addresses or email addresses that have a record of past abuse. So, now that you know the benefits of CardMarket Fraud Shield, let's look at how to best utilize the CardMarket Fraud Shield admin panel. For this presentation, we will review the following areas: CardMarket Main Dashboard Overview, Fraud Shield Dashboard Overview, Fraud Settings page, Fraud Details on Orders, approving or denying an order held for review. First, our main dashboard provides clear visuals for your transaction quality and remaining order quantities of your virtual and physical gift cards. One of the most important features is the alert. In this particular demonstration admin panel, you can see we are out of cards, so there's an alert at the top of the page to order more. Be sure you're ordering gift cards well before you reach zero. When you're ready to order more, click here for a quick link to our order contact information. You will also see a collapsible quick link sidebar, a search feature, logout button, and a link to our ideas and templates to help promote your gift card sales. Next, the Fraud Dashboard Overview will be your main page for quickly assessing your gift card statuses with our at-a-glance tables and charts. Transaction quality is the same as the pie chart on the main dashboard in that it shows the number of transactions, which includes declines that fall under good, bad, and suspicious. Recent orders shows the number of actual orders that fall under good, bad, and suspicious by day for up to the last 7 days. This is up to the last 100 orders, so if you had 100 orders in the last 3 days, then it would only be showing for 3 days' worth. Dollar amount of past orders shows the actual dollar value of each order that was made grouped by good, bad, and suspicious for up to the last 100 orders. Average transaction score will show the average score for up to the last 150 transactions, whether they were approved or declined. Averaged order score shows the average of up to the last 100 orders. This will allow you to gauge if the settings are appropriate for your business. If this score is over 50, and you've had some fraudulent transactions go through, then you may want to check your Fraud Shield settings and increase the strictness by 1. Note, the average order score will generally be lower than the average transaction score, as the transaction score includes declines, whereas the order score is only for successfully placed orders. Next, you will want to set your fraud settings to best fit your type of business and typical transaction. Some key areas to verify settings are transaction strictness. This setting can be set to 0, 1, 2, or 3. The default is 1. The higher this number is, the more tests that are performed against the customer's data and the higher the score will be. Setting this to 2 or 3 will increase the chance of getting false positives. If there are a lot of fraudulent transactions that are not being caught, raising this by 1 will help. If there are a lot of false positives, then reducing this number by 1 will help. Lighter penalties. This lowers the score and proxy detection for mixed quality IP addresses, like public Wi-Fi or a connection at a workplace. If you are getting valid transactions blocked as fraud, turning this on may help prevent false positives. Allow public. Setting this to no will cause any transactions that come from a corporate or public connection, such as institutions, hotels, businesses, to be blocked. By default, this is set to yes. Hold transaction score. This will be the fraud score to hold a payment for review. This is based on a 0 to 100 with 75 plus being suspicious. Set this to 0 to disable. Block transaction score. This will be the fraud score to block a payment, also based on a 0 to 100 with 90 plus most likely fraudulent. Set this to 0 to disable. It is recommended that if you're going to use this to start with 100. Block email score. This will be the fraud score to block an email address, based on a 0 to 100 with 90 plus most likely fraudulent. Set this to 0 to disable. It is recommended that if you're going to use this to start with 100. Now, digging deeper into the fraud details on orders. Go to Order Details on the left sidebar and select Held for Review. When an item has been held for review, it means the payment has not been processed. First, select the item you'd like to review and click the red View button. On this screen, we have provided a select number of statistics that help drive the reason for the hold, such as the overall fraud score, if the person ordering has a history of fraudulent abuse, or the transaction appears to have systemic fraudulent behavior, if the transaction is behind a VPN, and finally, if the order is coming from a mobile phone. This box provides an overview of the system settings at the time of the transaction. It is important to review these alongside the statistics to see if anything has changed since the last time the settings were made. The last area we will review in the Held for Review section is approving or denying an order held for review. This is only applicable if your processor supports this activity. After you've assessed the correct option, select Approve or Deny. If you select Deny, you will see a Verify prompt. Once you verify by clicking Yes, the system will remove the shipment and the order will no longer be shown in the system. The user will then be notified of the denial. If you select Approve, you will see a Verify prompt to finalize. The system will process the payment and the customer will be notified of the approval. However, in some cases, you may see an error alert pop up if the payment sat too long or there were data changes from the initial transaction. If this happens, contact the customer to make sure their information is up to date. You will also see on this screen additional gift card details that can be edited. Select the Edit button under the Approve Deny box to make changes to contact information, messages, and more. Lastly, a common question we often hear is what affects a fraud score? There may be several reasons why a fraud score is high. If the IP address history or location is outside the US or Canada, or suspected of being a VPN, proxy, or Tor. The location, such as distance between shipping and billing addresses. If there is a billing address error or history of fraud. If the email address has been linked to past fraudulent transactions. If a person's email, address, or phone have been recently exposed or compromised. And if there are identity mismatches on data pairs such as billing name and billing address. Thank you so much for watching our presentation on Card Market Fraud Shield. To learn more, visit our website, mycardmarket.com/contact-us.